Action 5.
Welcome to TVP, Two Beers Podcast, Episode 6. We're coming to you from a special location. Producer Fury, with the best hair you've never seen, has kindly set up this excellent set, as you can see. It's got everything we love. Elvis, clocks, cars, pretty much everything we enjoy.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, her too. And so, yeah, we're going to be coming to you for the next 30 minutes, just giving you our pub talk on topics that are light, some not so light, and we'll just weave throughout it. We will be going back to the Brooklyn house, so when we're there, we'll keep you updated. If you want to stop by and join us for 2 beers, we'd love to have a chat. Come on by, tell us your opinion. If you can't join us for 2 beers, then join us on Facebook. Join the conversation, tell us whatever you think, the good, the bad, the ugly. We want to hear it all. Just, yeah, stay tuned and keep engaged. And so we're going to get things rolling. We've got our beers here. And, yeah, ready to go, boys?
Cheers, boys. Lend your ears.
2 beers.
Let's go.
How are we going to start this off?
Pretty warm.
You sent me something interesting that I thought of. More beers?
Yeah.
No. Alright. Well, yeah, keeping in the interest of beers, you sent me something interesting. It's a map of world beers. And so basically it shows all the major countries of the world and the highest selling beer that they have. So Canada's Budweiser, US is Bud Light, England is Carlin for some reason. And yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think the world would be a friendlier place if instead of raising their flags, nations raised a beer?
Absolutely. Well, depends how many beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, or else it gets violent after like,
I know a lot of
too many
drunks.
Yeah.
And in this particular case, I thought it was kind of weird that Canada's favorite beer is Bud.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I guess it says something that the U.S.'s favorite beer is Bud Light, and we favor a stronger beer, so I guess that's a little bit of a plus
Nice
there.
jab to the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're known for like coming up here and being like, "Oh, your beer's so strong,"
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Shout out to Bing Tang, by the way, Thailand beer.
What was Thailand's beer?
Never had it.
It's not Tang.
It's surprising.
This is
It was
actually-
surprising that
yeah.
Bud Light was the #1. It was surprising that Bud was the #1 for Canada. It wasn't surprising that Guinness was the #1 for Ireland.
This was
though.
actually a gift.
No, that's pretty
I've
good.
never had the beer. But I did buy
Oh.
Tiger. Shout out to Asia, baby. Singapore.
Jamaica, myself.
All right, you heard it. Shout out to
We're
Asia. So, yeah, clearly the nerves are a little rattled, and we all are eager to try our beers. So why don't we get right into Cheers and Jeers, our newest segment. First up on the docket, Cheers or Jeers, Scientology.
I think there's
What do you say?
there's a big jeer going right now.
Yeah.
HBO just released the documentary Going Clear the other day, and it's not looking good for the boys over at Scientology. David Muscovy, who's the leader, is looking like a bit of a psycho after this documentary. It was actually the highest performing documentary that HBO has released in the last 10 years, so it's getting a lot of views. And it's got a lot of top members from Scientology who, you know, have left over the last decade or so, basically just like throwing it through the wood chipper.
Weren't you saying that they put some of their highest members in actual prisons and basically like make them leave their families?
Yeah, leave their families and beat
And lock
them
them in
and
the
starve
closet.
them and deprive them of sleep.
Yeah, that's true. South Park.
Yeah, Tom
Yeah,
Cruise
it's
locked in the closet.
and it just goes to show even people like Travolta, who might have once wanted to get out of Scientology, they actually, through his auditing sessions is what they call them, they've got all these secrets on the guy that that he can't leave Scientology because of.
I just love like how Travolta and Cruise are both part of this.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's great.
Yeah.
I also saw
Yeah,
a nice tabloid cover that is throwing to them may or may not have been a gay couple. So, you know, and you can always trust those magazines. Yeah. Aliens also landed last week, so no big deal. But,
Yeah, that's true. A little bit on Scientology. So we got Ronan, Jeers Scientology.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Kyle, what are you saying? Cheers or Jeers?
I want to get your guys' opinion first, and
What?
I'd
Well,
like to
based
see.
off Ronan's description, I think Ronan's pretty much an argument.
I'm gonna say
go.
cheers.
Yeah, cheers?
Just to throw a wrench in the mix here, I'm gonna say, you know, if you get in a car accident, who's to say that you actually do need that blood transfusion? So I'm gonna go cheers on this one.
So, okay. I'm going to go Jeers, and I'm assuming you're going to go Jeers.
Ultimate cheers.
Of course, so we can all agree on Jeers.
Exactly.
And thank God we didn't discuss racism, because who knows what you would have said.
You guys would have all been cheers for that, though, right? And I would have been the jeers. Anyway,
We're going to cut it off.
why are you drinking? You cheers to that.
Because I love beer. I'm just gonna drink because.
What's the second one we have on Cheers and Jeers?
Moving on, we're going to go to Facebook tracking cookies. Cheers or jeers? So I guess Facebook has been tracking your movements, been able to, I guess, see you. I see what
Even
you're
if you
doing.
don't have Facebook,
Oh,
they
Kyle.
can see you.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do on this one, Kyle?
Big jeers for me. This was actually the one I put up there because you do not want to see my activity on the internet. So, big cheers. No, I'm not
Cheers.
saying it.
Ronan?
I gotta agree with Kyle for once.
How?
It's,
I don't want to see what Kyle's looking at on the internet either. So
true,
yeah, big cheers.
You do
fair
not,
point, fair
yeah.
point.
Yeah, I'll go
Right.
cheers, 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 baby.
Yeah, big cheers for Big Brother. Don't need that.
There we go.
Moving on, so hopefully something we can drink to. Cheers or jeers? Fast and Furious 7.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. What did you
Cheer-
say?
cheers.
Hey,
Yeah.
cheers.
Fury, just let it go. Just let the movie go, alright?
After Tokyo Drift, he was sold. He
Seven
was.
movies.
he
of
was
Vin
pretty much
Diesel
locked
just
in.
being like, I'm jacked. I can drive. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. I get it. It's cool, but 7 movies?
That's why
gotta
I'm
agree.
cheersing it for that exact reason. If you can keep a movie going for 7 movies, even if it's not good, they're getting money.
I don't think it's saying much if it's not good. Ronan, cheers or jeers?
It's a tough one. I'm gonna cheers this one just because it's the first one after Paul Walker is dead. Hopefully it's the last one though.
Yeah.
Thanks for making
So-
me feel like a dick.
I'm gonna,
Yeah,
go, with,
you're
I'm
terrible.
gonna go with cheers too, just
Yeah.
because I enjoyed the Rock's performance.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's just
There we go.
great.
Yeah. Not a huge fan of the movies, but the Rock's performance in a movie is good. All right, pretty sure Ryan's getting cut off soon. So, next up, cheers or jeers? The couple's fake engagement. So a couple, I guess they faked their engagement as an April Fool's Day joke and got all their friends and family worked up and excited, and then just told them it was a complete joke. Cheers or jeers? Top.
Cheers, big time. Love April Fools. If you can convince everyone that you're getting married, it's a big one. I like it. I love it.
Cheers. All right, Ronan.
Yeah, I don't know how Grandma Wyskiel would feel if she's like 70-something and hears that her beloved grandson is going to get engaged, and then it's a big joke. But I get it. I got a sense of humor, so I'll cheers it as well.
Sounds good.
Right? Definitely cheersing it. Love the big fast one. Is that a saying? I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't think I've ever heard that in my
I
life.
don't think that's saying.
But I'm gonna cheers it as well because I enjoy April Fool's joke. What's the best April Fool's joke you guys have ever heard of? Anyone?
My teacher
Yes,
once said she lost her contact and had our whole class look for it, but it was in her eye.
That sounds.
I was in
awful.
grade 5 at the time. It was a big deal to us kids. We were like, oh, you're not actually missing a contact. It was pretty cool.
I
Sounds
like the old classic saran wrap on the toilet bowl.
Or the
Yeah.
butter on the floor.
There you go.
Have you seen the butter on the floor?
Butter on the floor.
They smear butter all over the floor, and then they yell for the roommate to come in, and then they run in and they slip all over the floor and like smack their head. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Concussions
Oh, good head smacking, yeah.
I saw
always
saran wrap on
nice.
a car. That was pretty.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. That's a classic.
Good dedication. I like it. Next up on Cheers or Jeers, a poop bus has taken over in England. So it's basically a bus that runs on the waist of its travelers. So basically, you have a toilet built in your seat. Cheers or Jeers?
Built into the seat.
Isn't it?
That's a little dirty to me.
Everyone's just.
Everybody's just nude.
You know where I got that from?
Constantly pooping.
I got that
Sounds so
from
Parkian.
the picture on the side of the bus had a bunch of people sitting
Yeah,
on the toilets.
Yeah.
Probably should have read the article.
Big cheers for me.
Cheers.
I love to poop on any form of transit, so I mean, a poop bus? Hell yeah.
Ronan?
Yeah, why not? I mean, any new energy form is always a good thing if it's you know.
Oh, yeah, and
recycling-
energy, right.
Recycling stuff.
Energy.
I'm gonna go
Using
cheers
stuff.
on this one.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's going back to the whole global warming methane debate. You know, if we get a lot of poop buses driving around, it's not really helping out.
I'm gonna go cheers because it is helping out. It's renewable energy. It's taking that and it's converting that into energy to power the bus.
This guy just
So,
wants to cut me off.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's good.
Like
So
that.
cheers. All right. Cheers to
Cheers,
the
boys.
poop bus.
It's because they
There
keep
we go.
making up sayings that don't exist.
That wedding one, yeah, it's not a real thing.
Yeah. Neither is the big fast one.
pigeon.
Never been used.
Yeah, the big fast one, no.
So I think we got a new segment coming up.
Yeah.
Bit of a controversial segment. We'll see how this one goes. Not sure if it's going to be around next time.
Yeah.
But we're all going to name celebrities or anyone. We could be a classmate who we think come from the future. Ryan, you had a really big one.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I do want you to go first.
I don't.
It's your topic.
Like, I just don't have a reason. Okay, I'm gonna choose Carrot Top.
He could be from the future.
He's a freak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Because, I don't know. He's come back with his whole, like, trunk full of goodies. And it just seems like a weird way to make money, and he looks kind of weird, too, so...
Is he
probably an alien.
He's got some weird plastic surgery.
He's probably an alien. Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
That's all I got.
A weird alien from the future. I hope that's...
Yeah.
It doesn't sound too bright.
Tim, who do you think might come from the future?
Who do I think might come from the future? It's a good question. There's a few people.
The one thing that comes to mind, though, for me now is Russell Westbrook. That guy was sent back in time to just dominate the NBA. Like, he is on fire right now. You look at his stats, they are unbelievable. And it's something like 27, like 8 and 5 along those lines. It's insane.
He got another double-double or another triple-double the other night, right?
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow,
2 nights ago, yeah. He's got 12 or something now.
something ridiculous. He got 4 triple-doubles in a row. And you watch this guy play harder than anybody in the NBA. He's just coast to coast every night, gives you everything he's got. He's definitely half machine. And that mask didn't do anything to prove otherwise. So I'm going to go with Russell Westbrook. Sent back from the future to play ball.
Good call. I'll cheers to that.
Cheers.
Even though that's not the segment.
That's alright. It's good excuse to drink.
Kyle.
To what?
Who's gonna come back from the future?
Somebody who has already, and I know this for a fact, come back from the future and has changed the world that we know today is the late Patrick Swayze. So that's who I'm saying has come from the future, changed the world, and sadly is no longer with us, but Patrick
Makes
Swayze.
me feel terrible.
Well, I'm sorry, I just take this one very seriously, so...
Yeah, I really brought
Sorry.
everything down.
Yeah.
It was that or David Hasselhoff, so...
David Hasselhoff.
Well, Baywatch.
Amazing. That would
Yeah,
have been amazing.
yeah.
That would have been way better.
Well, I apologize.
Guy doesn't have
You know, just tried to bring my 2 cents.
I was going to go with Malkovich.
Yeah.
I think Malkovich
Good one.
came back from the future.
I can
I don't
see
think
that.
he's of our time.
I can see
He's a
that.
little
I
weird.
think, yeah.
Weird dude. John
Yeah, I
Malkovich.
think he's someone who's evolved. He looks like he's evolved a couple times already, and he's into some new super future human. And he's come back. And
That's good and
he's
bad,
just making
'cause-
weird artsy films.
Yeah. Like, it's almost like he knows more than everybody else.
Yeah, he's
just
not
got
that-
that aura that he's like, he knows he's doing goofy stuff, but in some way it's weirdly, like, entertaining, where you're like, oh, what is this guy doing? Like, it seems like he's brilliant.
Yeah.
Good call.
So to get sports started off, Ryan, you want to tell us a sports tweet of the day?
Oh, yeah. Let me just pull that up on the old phone real quick.
The old
Sports
phone.
with Swain.
I don't even have it in front of me, Ronan. You
Jones.
really put me on the...
Jones, Jones, Jones. Jones, Jones, Jones.
Drones. Drones, drones, drones. Drones, drones, drones. Drones, drones, drones. And now to sports.
I was unaware
Alright.
that was a transition.
There was a
right
tweet
there.
today by Dion Sanders Junior. That's the son of the famous Dion Sanders.
Neon Dion.
Neon
Prime
Dion.
time.
It reads, "Gotta get the hood donuts almost every morning. If my donuts don't come in a plain white box, I don't want them." Deion Sanders replied, "You're a Huxtable with $1 million trust fund. Stop the hood stuff, LOLOL. Son, truth."
Was there a hashtag in there?
Oh, that was a hashtag truth. I'm sorry for everybody.
Yeah,
else.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Hashtag
that's
truth.
important, I think, to this.
Yeah.
I think we gotta cheers to Dion for putting his son in place. That was pretty impressive.
Cheers to prime time.
Cheers to prime time. Kyle.
Sure. I gotta
You know you
open
got
it
the
up.
cap
I gotta
on,
open it
right?
up first, so.
Thanks, Kyle.
Well, I don't know who you're talking about
Keys in the
anyway,
car.
so. This is the segment where I usually have like a mini nap. So.
Alright, Kyle, you're gonna start sports off.
Yeah. So
Sports,
tell us
baskets.
what else is going on?
People got some goals and baskets, and
What happened
So-
in basketball? I know the Raps have been doing pretty well, Tim.
Raps are back. The hat is back, and so are the Raps. We the North gonna be We the Fourth hopefully soon on Friday night versus Brooklyn. They won 4 in a row.
Yep.
Big game versus Houston. This game before last night, they beat the T-Wolves. But DeMar DeRozan dropped a career high, tied a career high, 42 points in a duel with James Harden.
Huge.
Raps won a tight game, 96-99. I don't know what you think, but to me that was a statement game. They needed that game. They've been slumping.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
beat a good team, and it's a total confidence booster for them.
Huge game. Yeah, for sure. I mean, with Kyle Lowry, he's been out for a little while. He's been injured. DeRozan's been kind of, stinking it up a little bit over the past little while. But he managed to stand up big. I mean, the Raptors haven't beaten a really good team in quite a few games now.
Yeah.
And for them to beat Houston was a huge boon to them heading into this stretch of the season.
Yeah. And then the rest of their games are against teams that are below 500. So I think it's 5 more wins out of 8, and they will go to their new franchise record of most wins in a season. So hopefully they can pull it out. Big shout out to the Raps. And what's up, Kyle? What's up tomorrow? I'll talk to you when I see you. Guys?
Wow.
I don't really talk to them.
Kyle?
What's up?
You Kyle?
Our conversations usually consist of me yelling at him through the television screen when I was to shop. But yeah. Big up on the Raps. And then in other sports news, we're going to flip it over to UFC. Ronan, what's going on in the UFC?
So I know UFC had a big press conference in Dublin this week to talk about the big fight between Jose Aldo and Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor's, a big... He's the kind of guy who's going to mess around with people. He's trying to get into people's heads. He's done it with all his opponents before Jose Aldo, and he's continued to do it right now. He was sitting at a desk at the press conference, put his legs up on the desk, kind of convinced Jose Aldo to also put his legs up, and then while he did that, he went in there and stole the belt off of Jose Aldo, out front of Jose Aldo, as you'll be able to see in the video here.
Oh, that's going to be nuts.
Let's get some sound going, Kyle.
You know what?
Sorry, I'm very new to this.
Oh, yeah.
And the crowd in Dublin's
Look at this.
He took the belt away from
It's
him.
basically the most
Nobody
disrespectful
does that.
thing that's happened in UFC history.
Nobody does that.
Dana White's wearing the Ireland rugby jersey there.
Dana White looks like he loves it. Like he's...
McGregor's a G.
Yeah.
Dude, that's great. That's great. You gotta get some energy there.
Good contribution, Kyle.
Yeah, well,
That was good.
Why not?
I'm just kidding. I shouldn't have said that.
Take the belt. Yeah, look at this. Looks like a champ.
I like his
Stirring
suit
the pot.
too, yeah.
That is a nice suit.
He's
I like
always
that.
fucking
Yeah.
that suits.
It looks pretty
It's
nice.
a cool.
He's
I like
pretty
the
proud
color.
of them all.
Yeah.
I know in other sports, NHL Winnipeg's Dustin Byfuglien also got into a bit of a serious situation.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
he's
some rough ones
suspended
in
4
NHL.
games for this cross-check right here. It's a cross-check to a vulnerable JT Miller, as you'll see here. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No, I didn't.
We can
I didn't
go
see
back
it.
actually. This crazy thing called YouTube.
So if you watch the front of the net, Dustin Byfuglien cross-checks him while he's going down.
Oh yeah.
He was right to the back of the
That's
neck.
bad.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So 4 games. You think that's
Well, he's a
reasonable?
first offender.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people thought he was only going to get 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So 4 games.
Still seems light for, a cross check to the neck.
Yeah, but they live by the code. Like, if
Yeah.
it's your first offense, they're not going to suspend you.
That's the kind of the league rule.
Yeah.
What else happened in hockey? There's another vicious.
So this comes on the
vicious hit.
eve
Yeah.
of this one. This is Andre Deveaux. He's an ex-Leaf. In mid-warm-up, he goes behind another guy, slashes him.
That's just bad. You can see
Oh.
that again right here.
And that's not in the heat of the game at all.
No,
yeah.
this is completely
No.
out of line.
Yeah.
And
This
that's
is completely premeditated.
He was the captain of the other team. Was probably saying something, but you could just see him skate from the bench
it makes no sense.
and
Yeah.
wind up with a huge slash. So his contract was actually terminated by the team, and then now a Swedish prosecutor is ordering for his arrest.
Well, that's like you should be embarrassed if you do that. You know, like
it makes sense in that particular instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's not
pretty
the heat
bad.
of the game at all. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's your recap for sports for what's going on. Also into like the not so light part of our show. There's a video that's been making the rounds in all the mainstream news station, and that's the one of the TTC cop, or TTC, sorry, transit enforcement, who got into an altercation with a subway patron, and the full video hasn't been really making it onto all the news circulations. So yeah, if we take a look here, do you have the raw footage?
I'm not actually sure.
And it was with a Leafs fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is after a Leafs game.
Yeah.
That's the son defending his father against one of the TTC constables.
Right.
And then the video that everybody's seeing is another constable comes in from afar, right here,
Yeah.
and it starts after this.
Right. So initially the TTC constable got punches thrown at him, but that's not making the rounds as much.
No, like a lot of people haven't seen the initial part of this, which
Right.
is what we just saw.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the original cop who was punched by the son take down the father, and that's when the video starts. And then the other constable feeds the son with a series of vicious punches.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so we can show that as
we can see that
well.
later. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure you probably have already seen it. It's been out there a lot. So, do you think? I guess the TTC, did they overstep their bounds? What should be done?
Yeah, I don't think you should
they
be throwing
have.
punches.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, like they're
you can restrain
as a police
someone.
officer, your job is to contain the situation. You're not there to start a brawl with
Yeah.
a bunch of drunk Leaf fans.
Yeah.
I get that there's going to be guys who are going to be punching you.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be able to detain these people and put them to the ground.
You know
and
what?
End it.
You know what you do? You just follow them and call the police, and then just keep on following them,
Yeah.
and get the police to deal with them properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard that this position, the TTC constable, that position was reinstated. So that position was originally taken away because of a lot of controversy of them overstepping their boundaries. And now they're amongst a lot of controversy with this video. So,
Yeah, I mean, in that sort of a job, you really can't lose your cool.
yeah.
You can't lose your cool. You're going to be dealing with that sort of thing all the time, and you've got to protect yourself for sure. But you shouldn't be exerting force like
It
that.
comes
No.
right here, yeah.
Because after he punches him a bunch of times, then the fans are starting to get riled up and they're saying, you can't do that, you
Yeah.
can't do this. And a fan actually shoves one of the constables.
Yeah.
And then he starts to go at the other, like, approach him. And you can just tell that the situation is kind of getting out of hand.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
a
think he
big
probably
stuff.
let it get to him, yeah, and he's not completely aware that he's... Well, I don't think he's aware that he's being filmed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's thrown...
It's not
big
what you're thinking
punches.
in the moment, but yeah,
Yeah.
that type of behavior is contagious.
Yeah.
Or that anger.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we'll switch back and yeah, move on. I think we it was a little heavy. You guys
A
want
little
to
heavy.
cheers?
Yeah,
and have a
let's
little-
Yeah, let's mellow it
I'm
out.
mixing it
let's
up
take it
after
easy.
that.
Yeah,
There we
let's
go.
let's get back to lateness.
Actually, this next topic I thought was pretty interesting. So the F-35 jet pilot, the planes, their pilots now have $400,000 helmets that allow them to see completely 360 around the plane without seeing any of the plane. So if you're looking to your left and there's the side metal, you see right through it because there's cameras set up. So I thought that was super cool, and I'm not exactly sure how it would work because I think you need a lot of training to go and be able to be oriented with this sort of thing. But yeah, $400,000.
Well, it's really cool
Yeah,
technology.
crazy.
If like that makes its way into, like, I don't know, cars.
Yeah.
That blind spots and everything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe limit car
Exactly.
accidents and things like that. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
you
cool.
gotta think of the other applications for it as well. For
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I just thought it would be pretty confusing at first, but to get your eyes trained for that. But interesting nonetheless. That brings us to our weekly Guaransheed. So it's our contest. It's what you've all been waiting for 2 weeks because we had to take last week off. If you remember, Ronan won the last news quiz finally after about 4 or 5 tries.
Wow.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Every now and again, the big dog has his day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty proud.
Yeah,
And,
it's
we'll try to make sure that it doesn't happen again. for you
Isn't it
folks.
terrible when he wins?
But we've seen you win.
Yeah, once.
And so that's going to lead to a dance-off between Ryan and Kyle. And if you remember correctly last week, Ryan actually guaranteed a victory. He was basically pumping up his dance skills.
It was
So
a
we're gonna see where they're
Guaransheed
at.
squared.
Yeah,
What does that mean,
Guaranteed
though?
squared.
What does that mean? What does that guarantee?
That you would just trounce Kyle.
It was
in
after a
the
couple
dance-off.
What
beers,
happens
so
if I
you're
lose?
making statements.
Nothing. It's the same old.
It's
same
the pride.
Same
Yeah.
prize. Yeah.
The pride.
It's a matter of
It's a
of
pride thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's your honor as a man, basically.
Like a pride parade.
I can live with that. Boom.
Okay.
So I know, so those don't know, the Guaransheed is named after Rasheed Wallace, who guaranteed a victory with the Detroit Pistons back in 2004. It's kind of our weekly competition, and we're going to get into it. So
So we're gonna take a
stay
break.
tuned. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our next Guaransheed.
All right, here we are, ready for this epic Guaransheed. Ryan, because you won the news quiz, you get to choose the coin in the air. What it's going to be?
It's gonna be your own.
That's
2 beers in. No kidding, eh? There we go. Heads it is.
Oh! It's always heads, man.
It works.
Kyle. You can go first.
Put it on you, Kyle. All right, 30 seconds. Wait. All right, let's get warmed up. I about sealed the deal. Wow. Woo. Woo. I had. What can I say? Wow. What can I say? Marks on this. All right. So after an epic first round showing, let's see if Ryan can put his money where his mouth is and come through on the Guaransheed. Swain, it's on you. 30 seconds now. Woo.
Nothing, hockey boy.
I'm gonna throw it out on Jay. Yeah, my vote first. I'm gonna have to go with Ryan on this one, because the moves were cooler, and Kyle, I don't see that playing anywhere outside your bedroom. That type of dancing. But you did a great job, and you rocked the beat. So kudos to you.
At the club every fucking day.
I think considering the song, Kyle did a great job of it, and I love the fancy footwork, so I gotta go Kyle's way on this one. Gotta go with the K-Man.
All right, K-Man took it. Swain
goes
down.
Using the name that he came up with himself.
It's not a good name, but
we're gonna bring it
down. Come down to producer Brian, I think.
Producer Fury, who's it gonna be?
Heart was left right on the beat.
Oh, chose Kyle.
Chose Kyle. Kyle it is. All right.
Okay.
Boom.
Good dance
Nice
off.
dance off.
Well done. Great moves.
Thanks, bro.
Love the cardigan removal.
You know, I tried.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rules for the quiz, we're going back to the top of the table rule. There's a lot of books, bottles, clocks, and drones on the table. So let's keep the table tap just a 2-finger, just a quick tap.
No, I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Producer Brian actually
And,
varnished this table.
I'm just gonna put this down.
He did.
That's
So
okay.
it's lacquered.
Yeah.
Watch
nice
your hand,
and
might
lacquered.
slip right off.
Okay, so is everyone ready?
Nope.
Okay, 2 beers quiz. Week 6. Number 1. Which large oil-producing African country held elections this week?
Nigeria.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue.
God, I just want to put those gloves on.
Question 2. Which nation won the Cricket World Cup?
India.
Nope.
New Zealand.
Nope.
Should I go?
Yeah,
Might as
yeah.
well.
Go ahead. Yeah, I gotta pick up, right?
There's a
After
minus.
this.
There's a
Yeah,
minus.
after
if
he
you
goes,
go
I
second.
can pick up.
So I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. I'm alright.
Oh.
You can't go again?
Can I
I
go
thought
again?
you couldn't go again.
No,
It's
I
Chuck
can't go
goes.
again.
Ah.
So it's 2
I
minus
knew who it
1.
was
So
again.
you're 0, you're minus 1, you're 0 still.
Oh, perfect.
Question number...
Who was it?
Who was it? Who was it?
Australia.
Yeah, he was Australian.
Okay, question number 3. Which hip-hop artist recently released his second LP titled To Pimp a Butterfly?
Kendrick Lamar. Oh.
Question
On fire
number
today.
4. Who is Canada's second Prime Minister?
Oh, this is really sad.
That's so sad.
I have no idea.
So Johnny McDonald was number 1. Second one was... It's on the tip of everyone's tongue.
No.
No.
I got someone.
Where did this
weird.
question come from?
Yeah, what is this?
Alexander Mackenzie, boys.
Oh,
my God.
thank God I didn't
This
say
guy
anything.
should not be allowed to write news quizzes.
Yeah, really, eh? It's an offside question.
Question number 5. What's the name of the longest street in the world?
You
Ryan?
Yeah.
Street.
Oh no.
Street.
Longest
Strong
street
marbles.
in the world.
I don't know the world.
You don't even know Canada.
I think it's in
we all didn't know
Canada.
Canada. You didn't
Yeah,
know the
no.
second Prime
I
Minister.
was gonna say Young Street.
You'd be right.
Oh my God!
Whoa!
What? Oh
I
my.
blacked out. What just happened?
So,
So what, we're
That's
tied.
-1. 1 and 1.
What's up?
Wow.
So, the bonus question is... who won the Grammy this year for Best Artist?
Kaiser?
No.
I got a guess, right?
You
I
have
got
to
a guess.
Yes, yeah.
Grammy for the best artist. Taylor Swift.
No. So, we go back. It's zeroed out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's zeroed out.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
New question here.
Who's the third Prime Minister of Canada?
Francis.
Which film won best film for Oscar this year?
Oh my God.
What's the timer on this guy? What's the timer on this?
5,
Birdman?
4. Was it Birdman?
Yeah.
I
It
was
was
so you're
It was
lucky.
Birdman. It was Birdman.
Boom, 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 boom! Back on top, baby. Feeling good.
God damn it.
Don't take it away from me. Don't actually search
So
it.
let's
It was
so I think
Birdman. It was Birdman.
the
Yeah, he won.
punishment for Tim and
So it's me
Kyle
versus Kyle next week.
is going to
What's
be
it gonna
good old-fashioned poem off, boys.
Home off. You heard it here
It's
first.
the second annual poem off.
I'll poem off in your face, man.
Poem off.
There it is.
Okay.
So that's your weekly wrap for 2 beers. Hope you had fun. And join us next week for another special location. We'll probably be at the Brooklyn House. But if not, join the conversation, as I said earlier, on 2 beers. Yeah, raise your glass, lend your ears. Until next time,
Cheers.
cheers.
Boom.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys. 2 beers.
I hate
Cheers.
you all.
Good night.
Yeah. Oh, I don't get tired. I don't get tired. I was taking caffeine pills all afternoon, but
Heads.
that's not
It's
healthy.
mostly